Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's time for another plan with me. This was last week's. I didn't really fill it in at the end of the week, but I think it still turned out pretty good. But I'm excited to move on to this week. I've decided I'm gonna do a no white space. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done one, and I just feel in the mood for it, and I think it'll look really good with the November subscription I'm using. So this subscription is no longer available, sadly, but everyone said that they wanted to see this video anyway. I posted in our Facebook group, which is always linked in the description, about which plan with me you guys wanted to see this week, and you almost unanimously said this one. So I'm going to show you our November subscription. You can currently buy our December one, which is gorgeous. Everyone started to get it, and they seem really, really happy with it, which is always nice. We called it Winter Florals because we wanted to do something that was getting into winter without being too like traditional winter. So it's more like you're traveling through the woods and there just happens to be a lot of really lovely snowflakes and flowers. And then the extra thing you got in this month's sub for the November kit was this specific blobby sheet with custom stickers made for the subscription. So let's dive in and see where this takes us. Let's start with the bottom first and put the washi strip all the way to the bottom line. Then I'm going to follow up with the labels, and I'm going to flip the dinner ones. I don't track our meals, so I like to cover up the silverware part with a blobby or just an identifying sticker of something I did that day. Then I'm going to go in with another row of labels and try to pick ones that I think would work for the day I'm putting them on. Now I'm gonna go in with the heart checklist at the top section. I find that when I'm having one of those weeks that I'm just not feeling super inspired to plan, that no white space is a really good way to still get the therapeutic enjoyment of putting stickers down. Like, I love the process of just sitting and taking some time to really think about my week without having to feel the need to be super creative. With like white space planning, I feel like you have to really go through your stash, think about what's coming up and how to display it in a unique way, while no white space is a little more clear cut. Like, once you figure out how you like your no white spaces to look, like where you like your checklists and all that, it becomes a lot easier and more like a second nature. You just put them down in a very like systematic way. There's still creativity involved in no white space planning, but I don't think it's as much as the white space, which is kind of obvious, but there's still enough options out there for you to like feel like you're still being unique in your planning. There's tons of things you can do with white space and no white space that make your planner your own. So don't feel pressured to always do one style. Try something else. You never know if it's going to work out for you, or if that particular week you just need to do this certain planning style, even if it's just only using pen or only putting down sticky notes that week. I feel like there's a lot of pressure placed on us, or we place on ourselves imaginarily, that our planners have to be unique and awesome all the time, and that's just not true. Planning ultimately is about what works for you, and this particular week I find that this works for me, but next week it might be something different. Completely okay. I also find that if you like purchased a kit, say the November subscription, and you really want to get the most out of a kit in the first use, like you don't want to have to keep going back to it and trying to use up stickers over time, then this form of planning really helps you to use up a lot of the functional stickers in one go. I'll show you guys at the end what I have left. Usually I have a lot of this sticker sheet left, which this is actually a good one to have things left over because it's really easy to adapt to other spreads. Let's go in with the decorative sheet now. First one I always like to put up over in this corner. I'm gonna remove all of the sticky notes. I put the sticky notes kind of haphazard because I didn't know what style of planning I wanted to do. So if I'm doing no white space, or I always get these confused. If I'm doing white space, then this like all over sticky note thing works. But since I'm doing no white space, most of this information is either going to go on the to-do list or the bottom. So it just needs to be moved around so I can see a little bit better. Now I'm going to put the today header underneath the decorative boxes. Also, there is a giveaway currently going on over at my blog. I will link to it in the top of the description so you guys can easily find it. But I'm giving away a few items that I mentioned in my holiday gift guide for planner people. So if you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. I worked really hard on it, and I think you guys would enjoy it. Even if you just send it to your friends or family to be like, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, all this stuff would be great. And I actually didn't even mention planning stickers at all. I thought it would be a little bit easier for like sharing with your family if you don't specifically like say, I want this sticker sheet, because then they could just give you like gift cards or something. But yeah, definitely go check it out and be sure to enter the giveaway. Now on to the sidebar. I'm going to add the to-do. I guess it's going to be a very blue sidebar. I didn't really plan this out that well with what stickers went where, but that's okay. It can be a very blue sidebar. Then I'm going to add the next week header right below it, because I like to add in some information about what's happening in the next part of the week, like next week. I actually really like doing this. I should somehow incorporate it into my white space planning. I think it would be a really nice addition. Okay, so we are now done with that. Let's regroup and focus. I want to put down my countdown until Gilmore Girls, so I'm going to do that. I've also started doing the savings tracker, but I'm doing it in reverse because I find it's a lot easier to save a larger amount of money at the beginning than it is at the end. So I'm just putting the reverse number into my spreads, and I'm just going to put it right here, just to remind me to transfer that money so I can start saving even better. So on Saturday, we are going to my parents' house to help them move some stuff out of their basement. So I'm going to use one of these road stickers on the decorative box. I specifically picked this box because I thought it would be light enough that you could clearly see the road. And then I'm going to add a Creating Co. car sticker. Then I'm going to do the top section to add in my holidays. I'm going to vote, and then it's Veterans Day. While I'm thinking about it, I have this sheet from the back of the planners, and it has this vote sticker, and I have been wanting to use it since I saw that it existed, so I'm going to put that on the decorative box. So now I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take this appointment label and write Friendsgiving. And obviously it's not an appointment, but I'm going to put it over here with a little bit of space and add in this family dinner sticker to the top of it to cover it up. Oh, I can add a little bit of washi. That's what I'll do. I'm also going to go see Dirty Dancing performed with my mom. So I'm going to put that over here. All right, now let's get into filling in the today section. I'm kind of going to do it haphazardly, just putting some labels, some half boxes sporadically throughout. It's not really like a specific way I need to do it, so I'm just going to see how it goes and then add in the washi strips to the top just to make sure that everything is covered, because you know how I feel about headers. They made like a unmarked vertical. It would be daunting at first to like look at and figure out, but I never use the headers anymore unless I'm doing a no white space, but then I like put them wherever I feel like putting them. So that's just my 2 cents. So I've randomly put down all of the half boxes and labels. There's really no rhyme or reason to where I put what. It's just all put down, and then I'm going to fill in the rest of the sidebar with some of the extra pieces I have, like so. And then I have 2 more labels, which is really cool that I got this far without all of those labels. I'm going to add in the weekend banner from the functional sheet, and I'm actually going to put it at the bottom of the checklist because on the weekends I don't use that much of the checklist, so I can easily put that there. Gonna add the payday sticker over to Monday. And now I think we're ready to fill things in. I find that with no white space, it's just easier to put everything down and then fill it in instead of as I go, which is very different from my usual setup. So let's start on the to-do list and work our way over. While I'm thinking about it, I'm also gonna add the random blobbies that are just like cutesy with the birds to cover up the dinner. Whenever I do no white space, I really like to show you guys how far a kit can go. So I do use other like stickers besides the kit, but I really try just to focus on the kit itself. I've written everything that was on the sticky notes down. So now I'm gonna go through with decorative stickers and kind of personalize this a little bit beyond just the kit. The first thing I'm gonna use are one of these game night stickers from Let's Plan It down here. I also know that we're going to be having lots of wine that night, so I have this little wine blobby. The Sephora VIB sale is on Friday, so I'm going to use one of these Planning Roses Sephora order stickers. We're going to my parents' house, like I said, so I'm going to use a cute little house. And now on to the decorative stickers. All right, I think I am good to go with this. I'm gonna show you guys what I have left. A bunch of little washi strips, a couple of labels. The heart checklist sheet is completely empty, but I still have the labels on the decorative sheet. I have a few more on the label sheet. Like I said, a bunch of stickers on my functional sheet. This always happens. And then some decorative stickers left for when I go throughout the week. I can add things in where I have space, and about half of the blobby sheet. So there you guys have it, my November winter floral subscription, no white space, plan with me. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like plan with me's, and leave any of your suggestions and comments for next week's plan with me in the comment section so we can decide which plan with me I'm gonna do next. Don't forget to enter that giveaway over on my blog. The link is in the description, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!